skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
And welcome again to more Final Fantasy. I would have showed that last time, but I wanted to get into the game as quickly as possible last time round. Yeah, but at least definitely kept promise on making sure the servers were got up. People got into the servers nice and fast. Okay, it was something I learned about today. Well, I saw a video was brought up to me in terms recommended by YouTube, by a healer strike. The video was 7 days old. I well, never heard of it. Oh, I guess because I don't do a healer. I'm not a healer main. But apparently, healers are going to go on strike once this expansion goes live. Okay, and from what I've heard, apparently their plans are to basically not play as healers. So your plan is to play your subs. You play your secondary classes. Of course, my brothers thought, oh, we should just report them. They have done absolutely wrong. They're just refusing to play as healers. Well, so this is the first time I ever heard about this healer strike. Apparently because they're angry about not having anything to do. I know in terms of, I have stink on the healers having no attack, and white mages having no attack options, and which they only got one new attack option this expansion, and I do not count upgrades as new options. There's just the same thing again and again. But still, I'll continue talking. Let's see. And in terms of the Viper job class, did they just give it the name of Viper? Because after one of the techniques that Zidane could use, which was Viper something, but that was the only name it had. That was the only one attack, and also Zidane technically used two conjoined daggers in most of the time. Or at most very short swords. Yet what we got was someone who uses two long swords. So clearly they've changed a lot in terms of the quality of that. Since I guess they didn't want a second thief class when Zidane was technically a thief. He technically used twin daggers, which he could combine, so... But I guess they didn't want another job class that used daggers, so... But you could have just put it down with twin swords, then... Which, technically, Don couldn't swap between the two. He had to pick one or the other. Twin daggers or the conjoined sword. But then against atrocity, which they did to Pictomancy, which if you played 6, you know that Pictomancy was rather simple. It just drew the picture of the opponent, and which then they get hit by their signature attack. Hope they don't they just absorb that. Okay, white mage can't do that. This is what happens when you don't pay attention while driving. So, yep, apparently healers are going on strike. And most I do is just refuse to DPS as white mage. Or more specifically, I just don't throw rocks or use holy. I just use a lot of hot air. I call it part of lore, my lore. Sorry, that's my variant of going on strike. Which I've been going on for quite a bit of time. Or I just be a giant healer spam. Which gets some people ticked off. Hey, don't keep healing the healer over that amount of time. But only the people who are just assist with certain going dungeon at a certain quality get angry over that. Well, at least they got one new thing, which, if you can call it new, since it's just an old thing, just equivalently re-released. So, yeah, so they're just... I don't feel like listening to you again. We already saw you. Fine. Too bad this mount doesn't play that theme. Like, since they, I also am quite disappointed they're taking of these mounts. Okay, I see more northwest. Must be like over west here from here. So northwest, so it must be like over there at that peak at the top corner of the map. Let's go grab it real quick. Northeast, so that direction. No, excuse me, it would be east. This direction is east. Now northeast. Too bad this region doesn't have very many of those things I can do before White Mage. Alright, that also reminds me, I still need to convert Olivis into poets, which requires me to spend some poets. Let's first unlock the next area, and then I'll go, well, take care of, well, spending some poets so I can convert things into poets. Since I'd rather spend show off new contents and rather than than showing off how they now they already made. Hey, remember you had to go off and do these free dungeons just to get materials to upgrade stuff? Oh, now they're just selling them in the upgraded variants. Well, currently I'm still a bit disappointed I couldn't get my laptop to start working. Well, I mean, I have another laptop which I did want to use. I got it upgraded and everything, my old laptop, but its OBS is not working. I did manage to get it to work on some other streaming places, but I could only get recording to work. Well, I was doing it middle of while playing during my this stream during last stream, which was 15 hours. I'll go more fiddling into it later when I'm not having problems. But I may be I may simply have to, well, wait for it to get it looked at. Well, if anything, I can at least record because of the program allows me to record. But I was looking for things that allow me to stream and record, and it's not letting me do such things. So, oh well. When I can, I'll fiddle around with this Steam Labs thing and see about it. But, as said, I don't have that option right now. Well, also it has a uncomfortable headset, so I've ordered something. Hopefully it works. I'm going to need another spreader. Well, luckily, I will not... Well, for right now, I won't connect my my external hard drive to it, simply because I don't think I would need it. Since, as I said, my older laptop, which I used to do recordings on... well, I guess pretty much no one really cares, but I guess I'll just say, since it helps me have something to talk about. Or else I will just be sitting here, doing nothing. Because that's how boring my streams are. Because no one watches them. Except for like one person. Let's see. West. Bet there's some over here, but the thing seems to maybe loop around. If it does, then okay. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to go down there. Well, let's see. Well, fundamentally, funny thing. Well, see, I got this laptop I'm currently playing on. I got it around my birthday, because my father promised to get me a new one on that birthday by that birthday. So he did, and I first used it for when Endwalker came out, and would simply say it was overheating while playing it. We learned, oh, it didn't have all these fans. The reason why it had all these fans was because it needed them. So occasionally I would lag. Of course, also my controller was having problems, which caused random audio warping. I was using a PS4 controller, and those cables have a weird problem where they become disconnected while just having them on a sit-down location. Since how the PS4 controllers have it, their pin where they connect, so you can like connect them to a PC or something, or even charging, is low to the ground. So the cable is pushing up against the ground, which eventually will make the cable unusable. While the PS5 controllers has the connecting point higher up, so the cable doesn't have that problem. So yeah, I swapped to a PS5 controller to, well, since I had a PS5 controller, since, well, my brother got well, technically, he was having problems. It was still during the time of COVID, and let's simply say, his computer was having problems. He asked me, "Hey, can you go onto the site and select the purchase and select the item so I can purchase it?" And I just did it. So, and he purchased it. So we have one of the older generation of technically the second wave of PS5s during the COVID era. Now PS5s are now a commodity now. People don't just have literal thrones made out of PS5s just to slowly sell them off for ridiculous prices.
God set is one tall mountain, and we're supposed to climb it?
Farther. Komar. Tuliorlu. Korogar.
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
We do not grovel before Gulul, Jar Jar, like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
The Giants have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people. And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Stop! I don't want to fight you!
Then die on your knees. Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here! Your neck will be the first I snap this day!
That's right.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
To what end?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends. How is he?
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to walk Ozormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Then we climb. Grufurlor is waiting.
I was muted the whole entire time I was talking. Well, I was talking about leveling the healer here. And if somehow got both Dark Knight and White Mage to 92, I would move back to the other area. Well, we got 2 people saying hello. The healer, healer did not. Shame on you, bunny rabbit. Even the troll said hello. Okay, there it goes. Guess they're wearing a swimsuit. Yep, they are. Well, basically. Change the animation for that. But so I remember that one skill which they clearly removed from this roster. Bunny Mage. well. Oh, I see. Ow. And there goes the healer. Well, at least this is the end. I got flattened by it. Sorry, I have to wait. Okay, I'm not free. Yes. Well, he broke the bridge. And it's... Well, let's stand here. bird. Now my melee damage does more.
Furor, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested. Prove you are worthy to rule. Chronicles ahead. Retell the hunger of roiling waters. Chronicles of Hell. Recount the fury of erupting beasts. I will take the measure of your resolve. Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
be right back.
Very good, Claimant. Once more, I name myself Gur Fulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Oh,
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
healing potion.
Here and now, I think he means.
Hours later. And the healer got defeated.
Well fought, Second Promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof, you both shall be rewarded.
So we're gonna have to fight that snake, right?
3 to go.
So I'll have to get back the other one.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Which one do they want from you?
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve. On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes, it is a place of great significance.
It's a burial ground.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
More bodies shall be added.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Kettenram? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Galul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokwi. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking.
We're going to fight that thing, so
I
you
can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
just give up.
Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built.
Please slap her. Oh, on cue, the guy escaped. As I knew it.
What in the hells was that?
The thing we're gonna have to fight next. Where's that sea serpent? I mean, blooded serpent.
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately.
Let me guess. Violence.
Valigarmanda has broken free.
I was right.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
So,
Valigarmanda is free.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill it.
We need to get back there. Now!
I think it's better we stay here. Save us time, I have a feeling. But I'm fine. Yeah.
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
Really? So you're just going to give up a chance to be able to outdo your father by beating that thing? I would have thought that you would want to fight it. Give me the money.
What happened?
An angry snake. I guess the two-headed person broke it free.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Let me guess. Two heads. Oh, darn it, headaches. Don't need to tell me what happens, learning.
Who enters this hollowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying withdrawal. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
Well, I guess he's disqualified now.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
Okay, got the download. So, gonna disqualify him now? He's blabbering still.
A messenger to Tuli Yolor has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
I'll go kill it.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
I'll go kill it. As I keep saying.
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valiarmanda.
No, you just leave and I'll go fight it.
This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it.
I bet it's weak.
Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession.
I just said I would.
But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
Why do you keep annoying me? Because we want to be emotional support.
You mean you'll help? Thank you. I won't forget this.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
This don't get in my way. So what about you, cat?
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you resolve to slay Valikarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Really? Do I look like a serpent finder? Yes.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Bang, beam, boom, boom. Another cutscene. Why didn't they just make this one cutscene? I see, just chatter. This is my animal tracker. Haha, starts making jokes. I still somewhat hate her thigh-high boots. Those are just would be extremely cumbersome just to get off. And wouldn't they also be somewhat well, that's in her ability to move around. Seeing that she's a red mage, wouldn't that make her a lot slower in reaction? And again. Oh, I guess we get into a ranked match right away. I wanted to do. I'll guess I'll do some, and I'll swap to white mage when I have the chance for the next round, simply so we could get some experience, since this does give a tiny bit of experience. My character's looking like so uninterested. Looks better when wearing a helmet, wearing something that covers up the eyes. I look so de-interested. This team is very white. I'm not saying in terms of colors, but I'm looking at the outfits. It's very white here. they change around things? I feel like they did. Oh, I'm gonna stand here. Yep, this is very one-sided. This group definitely works better together. Well, I'm just going to give up now. At this point. There's literally nothing we can do. If people get angry at me for, hey, why did you give up? Shouldn't you keep going to the end? No, my type is keeping going when at a pointless fight is rather pointless to me. I'd rather have the match end and then go down to the next one. And when the battle is clearly that one-sided, can you blame me? And we'll do White Mage. I have to do a lot of these in order to get to the the op mount. So a mainly healer party on the other. I shall now be dead. Well, we're still. Well, this one seems a bit more even. We're just in essence playing tug of war in this one. As soon as the paladin fails and they move 1 inch, they automatically win. Do one more, and then switch over. Interesting. Suddenly now I'm at 30. It's because I warped from over here to over here. Well, gonna risk it. Healer party. One's white in this party. Ah, this is gay. This is also a match. There's a magma thing up there. Guess that's where we're fighting next. Well, they're nice enough. Might as well help them. Is that a hunt over there? Let's see. Yep, I was right. It's a hunt. Still need to get that next piece of food for it, so I can level up even higher. Alright, never bothered. Alright, I forgot I was going. Alright, I want to get to the next area, then buy some. I can see if I can get it that onion as well at that time period. Probably rank up its defense mode. Nope. Must be a lengthy cutscene that Bunny Reaper is still here.
The trail ends here, it seems.
It must be above us.
Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vidral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vidral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop!
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
I literally destroyed a universe-ending...
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
I can just do this all by myself. I don't need them.
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Oh well, not gonna make it.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people!
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chirwagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
Uh, Most likely I'm gonna have to help too at the end.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Can I please punch her? No.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
That coming out of her when her first reaction is to just to beat up people. Alpha knows more of the, hey, let's talk about this. And he gets ran over by the people. But still, that's where it's coming from. Mrs. Quick to get angry and quick to get into a fight over the littlest of matters. So she's one to talk.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
That's what they're here for, you twat. Ugh. I'm sorry.
I don't care how strong the sky ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
I will take it down for good. You will just stand there and watch as I do everything. There's some random holograms. What am I saying? You guys are just gonna take credit for everything I do, like last time. Yup. This is the roster you would get. But I like. Okay. Well, let's go do that. And now we sit and wait. Either what will happen first, more fates, or this. Well, I get back to what I was talking about before. If somehow White Mage and gets to 91, maybe I will move over to the Forest region, which has 91 and 92 fates. During the wait, if somehow this is still ticking while long enough for White Mage to get up to level to that level. Okay, looks like it's about to fill up. Stop over, back to the ninja. Just need a tank. Let's see if I can buy. How much I can. Nope. I was about to say, okay, let's warp over and see how much I can buy before. Dink! Good thing we found this perfectly flat rock. Also, how did we get here? Red. Nope. And now we're basically in Shinryu's battleground. Oop. Okay, get floating. And that's why you heal before you start attacking again. Don't really see the lightning crystals here around here. Never mind, there they are. But they're not purple. That means, let's see, right around here. But you wouldn't want to be airborne. Yikes. I've been dead for a long, long time compared to the others. At this point, oh well. So we're at this point. Oh, might as well just watch now. Ah, there, I did all the work. I let the holograms finish it.
We did it.
I did it.
We slew Vali Armanda. A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage.
This one was weakened, remember?
For you, Papa!
So, was the two-headed guy kicked out for this? She should be.
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
As the cat said. This guy, well, it was...
Vidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
I would.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it? am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
And I'm better.
You're right about that. I need to improve if I want to surpass the old man.
The Sky Ruin lies dead. And still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
hopefully they disqualified that two-head. Those, well, conjoined twins, since, yeah, they should be, well, they should be kicked out of the tournament. But somehow they won't, I bet.
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
Please don't.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zurmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jaja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokwi. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
I do have a feeling that all three are just gonna rule, or just two kitty cats will.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You... Woklamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the
Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Ask anyone.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt. Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not
I think our paths will cross again. I hope not. Sorry, bad jokes. I just... That one over there is closer. Can't do it, make him look up. only hope that I can kill this thing. Maybe I should get up to level 91 for this character with this job first. Still a fitting location for this bout, since we're in this type of location. An old kitty cat, and then two people I've seen before. I wish you could just trade since these, but the problem is once you fill up on this, you have to spend them in order to get more. But still have to go all the way to 25. How people quickly run away. can put... Well, if we can push it back once, we automatically win. If they're able to get past 2%, they win. I believe it is. Well, I'm gonna go eat something. Oh, and I almost forgot about time. I'm gonna stay in this crater right now, where it's safe. I have to go check on my food.